Nick Hawkins just come back from the London Stadium. Virtually, it was West Ham 2, Villa 1. Quite fortunate there, Adam, but we've come away with a point, and that's all that matters, really.
Yeah, it's not a great performance, but VAR, it's like Marmite. You either love it or you hate it. But that was our saviour. Obviously, I know with Aston Villa, diving left, right, centre, referee being a 12th man, Grealish, embarrassing. But, mate, 3 points is 3 points. We're 5th in the league now. I know there's still a long way to go, but 3 wins in a row. I mean, this is our best start to a season, I think, since Upton Park. But yeah, we did actually run our luck a little bit. We 2 good goals. But yeah, it's just not a great performance in general.
The thing is, when you look at tonight's game, and I'm just going to throw this in there a little bit, that you've been at the London Stadium, Adam. We've all been there at some point. At 1-1, and we're playing poorly, the fans would have probably started to turn on them players a little bit, and they would have shown a little bit nervous. Is the lack of fans helping us, and are we worried about the fans going back?
Well, I've always said this. Obviously, no fans being allowed in the ground. You can see it in some performances. Some players just don't seem up for it. They seem to walk around, laser bat, and just doing nothing. And I do personally think, had the fans been there today and saw how they was performing after we scored that first goal, and then we just sat back pretty much, the fans would have been on their case. Same thing again in the second half. 45 seconds in, we score a goal, and then we sat back a bit. And, with like Aston Villa players, just diving the bat, I do think, had we been there, it could have been a bit different. The players would have been more up for it. It has, affected the players with the fans not being there. I know we're going to have 2,000 fans come against Man United, but I personally don't think it could make a bit of a difference when they do allow their fans back in. But yeah, it's funny. It's just, I don't know, it's going to be a weird season. Well, it's been a weird season so far with all the results going back, But we just need to wait and see what happens when the fans do come back, mate.
No problem, mate. How far can this team go?
Well, it's too early to say yet. I want to say, I think if we keep on how we going, I'm going to be cheeky here and say European football. But that's me being cheeky. We've still got a long way to go. I know it's like 10 games in, 28 games left to play. But I say European football, we could even get 8th. But we can't just sit back now. I personally think if we play how we did today against Man United, we could get rolled over. The last 3 performances hasn't been great, but we've been snatching the wins. But yeah, I think today, personally, it wasn't that great. And we just literally need to, start how we did against Wolves and Leicester. One thing I didn't agree with was dropping Haller for Antonio, because Antonio just come back from injury. Haller scored the winner for us against Sheffield United. And the main person to make a difference for us is Ben Rama. 100%. He was the one that came on 45 seconds in, assist, Bowen. But yeah, I do think we need to perform a bit better if we're gonna get something against Man United. But 2,000 fans back in, mate. I mean, I've been watching your Friday night pints, and I agree with what you said. It's pointless letting fans back in at 2,000. It's pointless. If they allowed maybe 50% capacity, and I might have been all right with it. But 2,000 fans, it's going to be pointless. But just need to wait and see if those 2,000 fans there will make a difference in us going forward and making the players a bit more upbeat. But just need to wait and see, to be fair.
No worries, mate. Thank you very much for coming on.
No worries, Nick. Take it easy.
Yeah, nice to see you, mate.
Right, mate. You too.